We'll do it live! Fuck it! Do it live!
Welcome to the Mouthpiece, episode 68, year 3. Today we're going to talk about my birthday and my birthday celebration tonight. We're going to talk about poker, how I've been doing, how the world's been doing. We're going to talk about politics, sports, whatever you want. The Mouthpiece is next. What up? Happy birthday to me. I made it for 53. That's hard to believe. Anyways, how y'all doing? Haven't been on in 3 weeks. It's because my editor fucking golfs every fucking day and he never shows up on time. He's supposed to be here at 4 today. He made it by 4:40. That's good for him. Things are well. Can't complain. My knee is really hurting, so I'm going to get an MRI here in a couple weeks. Hopefully that other disc didn't move, so I'll be fucked. That would not be good. So we'll see what happens there with that. But yeah, my knee's been really hurting a lot. Poker's been great. Cannot complain. I don't want to brag, knock on wood, but I've had a lot of winning sessions in a row. I haven't had a losing week in, I don't even know, 4 months. I've had about 5 losing days. Of course, I know I'm running good, but in all fairness, I'm playing good. And you just don't win that many sessions unless you're playing well. So I've been playing really well, running really good, knock on wood, and hopefully that'll keep going all the way through the World Series, and maybe run good for a year and a half and never look back. So I don't think I'm looking back anyways. So things are good. If you haven't joined my home game yet, email mouthpoker@yahoo.com, mouthpoker@yahoo.com. This Sunday, it's a birthday weekend tournament in my online game. That's a rake-free tournament, $100 buy-in with $2,000 added this week for my birthday. I'm adding $2,000 for my birthday to anybody who wants to play. $100 buy-in, rake-free in my live poker room or my online poker room. Email mouthpoker@yahoo.com for details. So that's been going on there. Yes, I am gotten the vaccine. Things are okay. Let's see what's going on in sports. We had the draft last night. For anybody who didn't see the draft, that was round 1 was pretty good. So I'm kind of interested to see what this Trey Lance is going to be from North Dakota State, a guy with 300 passing attempts in his whole college, and the 49ers gave up a boatload for him, like 2 first rounds and a second. They must see something that nobody else sees, and I guess we're going to find out how right they are. So, should be interesting to see that. The Golden Knights have won 10 or 11 in a row, something like that. I know they haven't played that good at competition, but you win 10 games in a row in the National Hockey League, that's pretty good. They looked pretty good against Colorado the other night. But as good as they looked and they won the game, you take away the power play goal, and that was really sick goal. You can't really take it away, and the goal 10 seconds into the game, and you're looking at a 2-2 game in which I thought Colorado was the better team for most of the game. Take that away from the fact that they're missing 3 of their top 5 best players. It's going to be a war to beat Colorado in a 7-game series. I just don't see it. But the thing we got going is now we're a favorite to win the division. That means Colorado has to play Minnesota, who's no cakewalk, and we get to play a scrub probably in St. Louis. And I see us beating St. Louis in 5, Colorado winning in 6, but I see a war going on there. So I think that could favor us a little bit. So watching a little hockey, watching the NBA, when LeBron's not fucking burying himself in ridiculous politics, and the Lakers are, going to be healthy soon. I'm a big Laker fan, as you guys know. Gizmo. What's up, Gizmo? Gizmo. It's Gizmo. Come on, Gizmo. What are you doing? Look how big this guy is now. Look at him, my baby boy. I've had him for not even a year yet, even though he's a year old. He's so big. He's a big pain in the ass, too. He's destructive. You are destructive, little cat. Yeah, he's pretty destructive. So, let's see what else is going on. Not much, really. Poker's good. I think I already said that. I forget everything. So, there's 3 weeks have gone by. I really haven't done much. We had a nice dinner last week, or 2 weeks ago. God, it's been 2 weeks now, almost 10 days ago. Everybody from the Helmuth private online game all came into town. We played. We had a great dinner at Carbone, and actually we're going there tonight for my birthday, and that's because couldn't get in anywhere. And Phil's in town for the Daniel match, so he's going to. He got us in there at 6:30, so that should be good. Let's see what else is going on. So they were in town. We ate dinner. We played poker. Played live game. I won. We played a bunch of stuff. I won. And then I even gambled with Phil, and we went halves, and I won 5,600 in blackjack. So winning cures a lot. Winning in poker cures a lot. Sure takes a lot of pressure off of it. So, things are good. I'm single, if you haven't heard. I do care the world about my ex-girlfriend. I love her much, but I just felt that it was time to move on. Things had deteriorated a lot, and, it just happens. So she's a good girl, good person, and we're still very close. So that's, going on with me. I'm probably going to go a little bit crazy for a month or two and have a little bit of fun, and hopefully find somebody to settle down with. So, we'll see. I'm getting too old for this bullshit. They're like, what do you want to do for your birthday? And so we're going to dinner, and then we're going to gamble. Gizmo. Come on, Gizmo. Come on, Gizmo. He's back. I told you he's a fucking terrorist. And then, so my friend owns Sapphire, and they opened today for the first time since the pandemic. So, we got a table over there, and he gave us a free bottle. So, we'll see what happens there. It should be fun. I still have to get the second shot next week. So the first shot protects you 64%, both shots 94%. So I should be all right. I'm gonna be careful, and we'll see what happens. So let's see what else is going on in the world. We had in politics, we had Biden give a ridiculous, fucking boring, uneventful speech full of lies. I think it's funny. He wants to say, America's is all systemic racism. We are a racist country. Yeah, we elected a black president, not once, but twice, and we're a racist country. Go fuck yourself, Joe Biden. But he just is trying to rail up the black vote, because the black vote votes like 90%, and without the black vote is everything. So they lie, they force narratives. Let's see. Chauvin was convicted. I think he rightfully should have been, but I do not think he should have been convicted of second and third degree and manslaughter. I thought third degree of manslaughter. If you look at the law, I don't think second degree should have been. So I just can't believe he's going to spend the rest of his life in jail. I mean, I would say I would have been happy with 10 years, serve 5, maybe 15 turns, serve 7. I think it's pretty fucked up, but it is what it is. Every time there's a tragedy, then somebody accidentally gets killed. The corrupt, manipulative, propagandist media jumps in, and they start a narrative to cause uproar in the country because they do it for money and they do it for political power. And it's very sad what a world we live in. I just can't even believe it. I almost was better off just playing poker and not knowing what's going on. So we have that. I saw that. And that's about it. Normally I have so many things to tell you guys every week, but unfortunately, since I forget what I was doing 2 days ago, I kind of forget everything. I know I'm missing out on something in my life, so I'm not quite sure. But I'm going to be going June 9th through the 12th. I'll be in Austin, Texas. I'll be playing on 2 live streams in Austin, Texas, and I'll be there Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And then I'm also doing an August 9th. There's going to be there's a pay-per-view event in which we have 9 of probably the top 30 most famous poker players in the world are doing a charity event in which we all play each other in a tournament and for single moms. And if I win the tournament, whatever single mom I'm playing for gets to win her mortgage paid off for either a year or for life. I'm not quite sure of because I forget everything. But that's really good. So you're playing for a single mom that's been struggling, and I'm all for that.
You
and
might find your next girlfriend too.
yeah, you never know. I mean, I might be doing that, and it might be some smoking hot blonde single 34, and I might win for her, and she might love me forever. Who the fuck knows? I mean, that would be crazy. But so that I'm doing that. Let's see. Phil wanted me to play in this tournament that is running in Texas this weekend at a club that he owns a piece of, but he told me last second, so I really didn't have a chance to go. And hopefully my health will stay good. I'm a little worried about this knee, like I was telling you guys earlier, because it's a nerve pain that's just shooting out of my knee. And when you get stuff like that, it's normally coming out of the back. It's shooting down my leg into my foot. So who the fuck knows? I might need another nerve burn. I don't know if my doctor will touch anything in my back, though. Come on, Gizmo. Come here. Look at Gizmo. Come on, Giz. Gizmo likes to play with the pen. Come on, Giz. There it is. Over there. Go get it. There you go.
We got 1 hour. I don't know.
Anyways, we got an hour. Let's go and take some phone calls. Let's light up the lines.
The Mouthpiece.
If you'd like to take part in our phone call segment, you can give us a call at 702-329-0480. And if you're a snowflake or a pussy and you don't want to talk to me, you can email me at mouthpiecepodcast@gmail.com. Also, follow me at the Mouth Matiso on Twitter for times that our call-in segment will be live. 702-329-0480. I think that's the number. 702-329-0480. Give us a call. Tell me what you want to talk about. We'll talk about it. Let's see. What else did I do? I played a poker after dark. Man, things have been good. Yeah. Speaking of that, my Poker After Dark segment airs next week. It'll be on all week on Poker Go. I played really good. A lot of fun, good TV. The action in the game wasn't that great, but I think I was the best player. So you guys will watch and enjoy. Welcome to the Mouthpiece. This is Mike. What up?
Hey, what's up, Mike? It's Nick from Yuma. How you doing?
Nick from Yuma. How's it going, my friend?
Good. Real quick, I want to shout out Chips McGee and my boy Derek Daddio in the chat.
Okay. What up, Chips McGee and Adio? Thanks for tuning in to the Mouthpiece. Derek Daddio. What up, my man?
Yeah.
Yes,
you
lower
look
your
better,
volume.
man. You look
Lower
like
your
you lost
volume a
some
little bit.
weight.
Yeah, lower your volume a little bit. No problem.
Sorry.
Yeah, no problem.
You look like you lost some weight, dude. You look better.
Yeah, I lost a little bit of weight, and I, you know, when I color the beard and I shave my head and I throw on a black clothing, it looks much better. I'm still a fat motherfucker, you know, but you know, it is what it is, and yeah, I think I'm. Listen, man, if you're single and you gotta look good, man, if you're gonna get any of the younger women, you know, so. That's kind of the goal.
Yeah.
You know,
I don't know. I'm kind of like looking for I like older women because they like.
Yeah, but you're probably younger. You know, like if I was
No.
like. No, how old are you?
I'm 40.
Okay, well, I do you have a family? Do you have kids?
No.
Okay, well, I want to get a family and have kids, so I'm looking for someone around 35 to 38. I guess I can still have a family, and. But if I didn't want a family, I'd probably go with somebody my age, you know, and not give a fuck. But yeah, you're kind of right there. But, you know, I just, over 40 is going to be tough to have a family, you know?
Yeah. I mean, have you always wanted to have a family? Or you just kinda
Yeah,
like
no,
doing
I
it
always
now?
wanted a family, but I always end up stuck in long relationships with women that either are dirt balls or the last one was great. She's a really nice person, but unfortunately she, you know, didn't want to have kids with me, I don't think. So, even though she said she did, but it's tough to have kids when you know.
I always get a kick like on these dating apps like Bumble and Tinder. You see the girls, they're like, you know, I have my age set to like 48 years old.
Yeah.
They want kids. They're 44 years old and they want kids. Can you still have kids then?
You could have up to 45 probably.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not easy. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I got to join Tinder. I think I haven't done that yet. I'm on Bumble and Match, but I don't know. I think I definitely got to join other sites. But it's, you know, it's okay. You know, it is what it is. I'll see what happens. You know, I was dating this girl. I did see this girl for a while, and kind of didn't work out. I was really kind of disappointed. But you know, we'll see what happens, man. It's like I know one thing, that the next girl I start dating, I'm just not gonna make all the mistakes I made in the past. You know, it's so easy to do. Like even when I first met the girl I just broke up with, we you know, I was a DJ when she met me, like in 2012. You know, the first couple of years I played 400, 800. I fucking gambled on everything. I'm still losing hundreds of thousands betting sports. And so I ain't bet sports in like 4 years, 3 years, something like that, 3, 4 years. So it's, you know, I might bet 500 or 1,000 like 4 or 5 times a year. But, you know, it's far cry from 5 or 10,000 a game, 20 games a day, you know? So.
Yeah. Yeah, I just feel like, you know, some people probably shouldn't have kids. I think I'm one of those people, to be honest. So
I might be one of those people. I'm not quite sure yet. I mean, I think I'd be a good dad, but, you know, I mean, it is, listen, I go through, my pain level is really fucked. And, you know, if I do, whoever I end up, the next person I end up with, I mean, you know, do I think I'm a good catch? Yeah. But I also think that whoever ends up with me, they have to understand that they're dealing with somebody that deals with chronic pain a lot, and I need a lot of times to be taken care of. And so it's, you know, it's tough to love somebody and then take care of somebody, and it's hard for me to maybe give that person what they need. But we'll see. You know, I'm going to try my best. You know, it's real tough.
I can totally relate to what you're saying. I've been kind of having the same thing, and it's kind of difficult to focus on anything else when you're physically in pain, but I definitely sympathize, bro.
Yeah, and when I do get out of pain for long stretches, I get excited that, maybe it's not going to come back, but then it always does. And this pain, I'm not going to lie, the pain in my knee right now, it literally feels like somebody's stabbing me in the knee. And I know it's coming from my spinal cord injury. I'm just hoping it's not the other disc, because they did tell me I'm going to need that other surgery again. And I'm just hoping that they said it would be 2 years, and it's been 4. And so I'm going for an MRI in 2 weeks. Hopefully that comes back clean, and we'll see what happens.
Dude, like you sound exactly like me. Like everything you just described is what I've been going through. Like I think there's something going on with my spine too, and I don't know what it is, but I get like these stabbing pains in my muscles, and
you should go to
I'm
the
trying
doctor.
to get an MRI.
Yeah, go get an MRI.
I've been going
man.
to the doctor. Yeah, well, I went, but hopefully soon I'm going to a couple other specialists. It seems like general doctors, primary doctors, don't have the balls to really do anything. They send you like specialists.
Yeah. I mean, you got to.
But anyways,
the most important thing is get a low. Go ahead.
I want to say what's up to Michael Schultz in the chat. It's my homie. This is Nick from Yuma. But here, what's going on with poker? Are you playing or anything?
Yeah, playing every day. I'm playing my home game 3-4 days a week for an hour or two. The home game's fun. We play 1-2 PLO, no limit every night. The room's picked up a lot. It's a lot of fun. And we're doing a little birthday tournament this week on Sunday with a $2,000 added for a $100 buy-in. So I'm doing that. I'm giving away to all my loyal players that have been playing for the last 10, 11 months. And so I'm doing that for them. And then I'm playing in a private game that Helmuth hooked me up with. Then I'm playing another private game. I'm playing 3 different private games a week now. And one is 10, 20, 40. The other is 2, 4, 8. But the 2, 4, 8 game plays almost as big as the 10, 20, 40. And then I play in 5, 10, 20 PLO. So I played 3 a week. And things are good. I mean, I've been winning.
That's good, man.
But I know it's going to change, and I know I'm running like God. I think I'm playing pretty good. I've played better, but pretty darn good. But I think I'm running really good, and I know that, and I don't want to take it for granted. So, like I watched somebody yesterday flop a set of 5s against aces, and they get 8,000 a piece in, and it came deuce 5, 10, and we run it twice in the game, and the first board, and there was 2 diamonds on the board. The first board runs out 10, 10 for 5s full to get cracked, and the second board ran out diamond, diamond for the 2 aces, ace of diamonds to win both boards twice. He's like 1%, and then the next hand they picks up jacks against queens or jacks against kings against picked up aces against 9s in a huge 3-bet. I mean, I was sure she had aces. 9s called. They called a huge bet on the flop of deuce 7, 8. Spiked a 9 on the turn. And that just hasn't been happening to me. Knock on wood. And so the coolers have been going my way, and once the coolers start to go against me, I just know you can't play it in this big a game and not have huge swings sometime. And granted, I'm playing well. I'm getting away from hands, but I've been running good. Anyways, we got another calls coming in. I appreciate you calling.
Thanks, Mike.
And you have a great
Wish you the
weekend.
best.
Thank you so much for calling. Means a lot. Thank you.
Thank you, man.
You're welcome.
Take care.
329-0480-702, 329-0480. Let me know what you think, who wants to call. Go get me my Yeti after you hook me up this next phone call. I left it in my room. I filled it up and left it in my room. Gizmo, you fucker. Come here, Giz. It's over there, Giz.
Hello,
Welcome,
it's Michael.
Welcome to the Mouthpiece, Michael. It's Mike. What's going on?
Not much. Thanks for calling.
You're welcome, man.
I've been playing a lot of 7-card stud 8, 5, 10 online, WSOP.com. I just got one question. I'll let you go.
No, I'm
Why
good
do
at,
these
stud 8
idiots
I'm pretty
try to
good at.
complete-
It's probably my second best game. So,
All right. Why are these idiots trying to complete every street till 5th Street when they have nothing? That's my only question. If I'm lost.
why do idiots complete every street till 5 when they have nothing? I don't know, but it's got to be good for you. I mean, if they're fucking playing like that, I mean, they love to play like shitty cards in the hole and then play their up cards. But guess what happens when they 3-bet shitty cards in the hole and the guy hits a low and they brick? And that happens for about 6 months straight. Let's see how they do.
Yeah, there's a lot of losers. I've been doing okay in the game, but I'm folding a lot of hands.
Listen,
Fifth Street,
stud
so.
8, you gotta play live hands. You know, you watch these idiots fucking raise with deuce 4-8 in their hand with a 4 up. I mean, that's just what are you trying to make? You know, you're trying to get hands to scoop with. You know, you want to play 3 low cards with. You want to play 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 6, ace, deuce, 3. You want to play almost any 3 low cards that contain an ace. Now, even if you have ace, 7, 8, as long as your ace is your up card, you know, you could maneuver with that hand, you know, but you don't want to play ace, 7, 8 with your 8 as your up card because that's just a disastrous hand. You know what I'm saying? So
I do. So another quick question. Do you raise with a high card in 8 game? They all do.
I mean, in a tournament, yes. In a cash game, no. I know that you're trying to figure out why is that. Okay, because in a tournament, you're going to be up. It's going to, like raise, re-raise. Let's just say king, king, queen, right? I mean, you're always going to be head up. Where in a cash game, almost anybody with 3 low cards is calling. You see what I'm saying? So I do that. But even in tournaments, I don't want to give away too much of my tournament strategy. In the later parts of the tournament, I don't like re-raising big pairs. I especially when there's a lot of low cards live. Now, if you see if there's an ace, deuce, 4, 5 up, right, and the low card opens, I'll be the first to open with queens because you see 5 or 6 low cards up. And and that just lowers the variance. And the thing is about tournaments too is when they brick and you hit, you win it right there. In cash games, they always peel. See what I'm saying? So I do. So I do that more in a cash game. I really like to raise more of the king up with like the ace deuce of spades in the hole with a king of spades up. Deception is really good, especially when they brick streets. Let's just say you have 1, 2, king of spades, king up, you raise, or there's no aces out and they raise a 9 or a 10 and you 3-bet the king, ace, deuce of spade. Now all of a sudden you hit a 4, even if whatever they hit, and now all of a sudden, you bet they call. Now you hit a spade or a low card, if they bet, you could raise 5 when you have 4 low and 4 spade. And even if they pair up and it looks like they have 10s up, now you have deception. 2 to come, you can hit any low, any spade, any pair, there's just so many combos, and you can get them to fold 10s up or jacks up. See what I'm saying? So it's a lot of deception in stud 8. I don't want to give away too much of my secrets, but let's just say deception and don't call bad hand. Don't be calling raises when it goes raise and a guy with a low card calls. And even if you have like ace 7, 8, you know what I mean? Ace 8, 5, just fold it. You know what I mean? Don't get yourself trapped, and you'll be okay.
Okay. What if you're 3 suited and it's already capped and you don't see any of the same suit out? Are you calling that?
Yeah, I mean, any 3 suited low cards, I'm calling. I mean, I'm not calling 10. Okay. I'm not calling 8, 9, 4 of spades. You know what I mean? But I mean, if there's no spades out and no, let's just say and David Skolansky taught me this a long time ago. I used to always fold this hand, but he's told me that 10 jack queen of spades is running the simulation is very profitable, if your tens, jacks, and queens are live and there's a lot of low cards out. And I started playing those hands and I started showing a profit. So he was right. I never did that before. And about 10 years ago, I started doing that, and it definitely showed a profit. So.
Yeah, I know in that Ray Z book they talk about playing 8, 9, 10, and 10 jack queen all those.
He's friends with the guy who wrote that book, and that's a good book, by the way. I've read it's one of the very few books I've read.
All right. Well,
all right, man. Have a great weekend.
Some insight on why these guys cap every street, but hey, thanks
because they want to give you they want to give you money, man. You should probably be able to beat that game for $800 to $1,200 a week, right, or more.
Yeah, I made $260 last night. So
yeah, that's why I figure about two to $250 a day, and you're gonna have a couple losing days. That's why I figure about $800-900. So yeah, it's a good game, man. Listen, the best players in the split games win 90% of the time or 85% of the time. So it's not like Hold'em where even in Hold'em the best players win, but you're going to have variance. The triple draw you have variance, no limit you have variance, PLO big variance. But stud 8.
Yeah, I try to tell my friends quit playing 1-2 and 2-5 no limit. That all the money is in Omaha and these stud games.
Listen, the mixed games people are bad at. If you know how to play split games, you're going to win money, man.
Yeah, nobody knows how to play them, and there's just so much easy money in them. But I'll let you go, and I'll catch you on the next podcast.
Yeah, we got a $4-8 Omaha 8 on my private game, but it doesn't go very often. But sometimes when it goes, I play with everybody. We have fun. All right, my man. Thanks a lot. Have a great one.
All
right, peace.
Talk to you later.
Later. All right, guys. We have about 30 minutes left. It's going to be only an hour show today because it's my birthday. I got to be at 6:30 for birthday dinner. So.
Hello.
Yo, welcome to the Mouthpiece. This is Mike. What's up?
Happy birthday, buddy. Your hair looks great.
Thank you. Yes, the hair looks great. I've been doing a good job with it, keeping it nice and clean and shaved really nice. Yeah. Thanks a lot, man. How you been? Who's this?
My name's Nick. I've been okay. I'm actually a little bit bummed out because this is really old news. I'm late to this party, but I just found out about Mike Sexton. So.
Oh my God! It's been since
I know. I'm way late to that party, but
yeah.
I used to watch him all the time, and I think I would credit him personally more than Doyle, more than Moneymaker.
I don't know. I give all the credit to Mike Sexton and Phil Humuth. I mean, in 2000, they were pushing poker like there's no tomorrow. I thought they were crazy, to be honest with you. But I helped. I pushed poker too, but not to the level they did, and they got rewarded for it. You know what I mean? We all got rewarded for it, but they really got rewarded for it. And Phil's a showman. I mean, he really is. He knows how to promote himself, and he's probably better at promoting himself than he is at playing poker. But don't tell him I said that. And
sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I think the one way no poker player could compete with him, like there's one way Phil or you or anyone couldn't, is that he was on that show every week, right?
Yeah.
So he was a constant presence on the air. And so, my friends and I would always watch, and this was around the time that, if you remember, like 15 years back, hockey went on strike.
Yeah, I remember that.
So we had nothing to watch. We're up here in Canada, so we turned on poker, and that was how we got into it. And then we started playing the home games. And so I credit Sexton. For me personally, he was my go-to voice. And in the beginning, the first season of WPT, he was sort of he would always say, "This is how you play poker. The first 3 cards are called the flop." And it was really elementary stuff, but for someone who was just learning the game, it made sense to me, and he explained it in a way that made sense.
Yeah.
And I corresponded with him a couple times because I think his email was public. I don't remember how I found out about it, but I emailed him, and he wrote me back a few times, and he was, good guy.
Yeah.
Good guy, it seems. I gotta say though, I don't like the way that the WPT is covered now. It's like, the way it's split up into a 3-part episode, and I
haven't watched an episode of the WPT in 7 years, so I wouldn't have any idea. If I'm not on it, I really have no reason to watch it. I hate the fact that they make so much money and they're making the final tables at this studio here in Vegas. So they run like 3 or 4 at a time to save money so they can make money so you don't have to run the... I just think it's unfair to the players where just like when the WSOP had the November 9, I thought it was terrible for poker. And I think them making the final tables of these WPTs 2-3 months later, I just think it's unfair. And they're making plenty of money anyways, and so now they're making twice as much money. And I just, whatever. I don't want to knock the WPT. I have a lot of friends that work there, and I know they work hard, but I'm just not a big fan of it,
Oh, yeah, no, I don't mean to knock it. I'm just saying that I like the old format more. It was a 2-hour episode, one final table. Invariably, like, out of the 6 players, I always knew 5 of them. Now it's like, 20 minutes of recap.
Yeah, you're never going to know anybody at the final tables. I mean... I
never know anybody.
Well, it's because they wanted to make poker global, and they wanted to set up the structure which favors different players to get there. The deeper the stacks. See, a lot of these people think the deeper the stacks, the better it is. But the deeper the stacks, the more volatile the good players are going to be to get cooler or get unlucky, So they give like 500 big blinds, and when you're 500 big blinds deep, it doesn't matter if it's a raise and a re-raise in the first 2 rounds. Like, what suited connector are you folding? You see what I'm saying? And and it puts people in tough spots. And so a lot of the good players get unlucky early, and because when you're playing deep, you could play so many more hands. And like the tournament no limit is really like cash game no limit now, and so it just is, where it used to be about attacking blinds and antes, which I still think it is attacking blinds and antes, but not, the tournament, the cash no limit players have a much better chance in tournaments than they ever did in the past, especially if they're good at playing deep. So do you feel like the big stack format is just for the sake of TV? It's just that each player looks and feels like the Mr. Moneybags, and I think the big stack is because they want to show more of poker than aces, kings, people waiting for big hands. But the truth of the matter is, and the ratings have showed, and I think that's why ESPN is not working on WSOP this year, is nobody wants to watch. Like, even when Antonio would break down hands, or nobody, like the people on the road, they can't, like us as poker players, we love that, with breaking down every hand. But the American public, they don't, to them it's like speaking Chinese when you're saying, oh, he needs to float him here, oh, he needs to call him here, oh, he needs to bet here. They're like, what the fuck? They don't know what's going on. So it's a fact. You can ask the guy who runs Maury, who does the TV at WSOP. The cut episodes are way higher than the live episodes rated, and that's because they cut them with exciting hands, and people want to see exciting hand. They don't want to see a guy raise with 10-jack suited, a guy with ace queen re-raise, and and the 9-10 suited comes along, and it comes 10-4 deuce, and then it comes a queen on the turn. I'm just saying they don't want to. We want to see how people play and how they play post flop. But Joe Blow, who watches TV, they don't give 2 hoops of a fuck. They don't know what they're watching. So you got to do what's best for the people. Know what they're watching. And I think, I think they, we'll see. This is what he told me. Should be interesting how they cover the World Series this year with the ESPN not doing it and it being done by CBS Sports.
Yeah, and I agree with you about the November 9. I hate that they moved it to November.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you remember, but the first year they did that, I think that was the year Ivy won like 3 bracelets.
No, yeah,
and
the
he
first year they
and
did
he made
it
the
was,
main event final table.
No, that was Ivy made the main event final table in 2011. Because I finished 30th the first year they had November 9 in 2008. And so I remember it like it was yesterday because poker was blowing up. And I said, if I can, I just remember saying that if I can make the final table of the first November 9, you know, that we were looking for big sponsorship money from Budweiser, Coca-Cola, Nike, and a big name player would, like me at the time, would have made the final table. You know, it could have been worth $4 or $5 million to me. So, you know, I remember losing that tournament. I was pretty devastated, especially the beat I took. But you know, it was good. But that was 2008. So once we realized we weren't getting the big sponsorship money in poker, which we figured that out around 2012. They should have got rid of the November 9. They kept it around, 6 years longer than they should have. I think they've had no November 9 for 3 years now. Should have been gone a long time ago because the whole key to November 9 was to get sponsorship money, and unfortunately just never happened.
I think it screwed Ivy over because I guess I got the year wrong, but the year that he did make the final table was the year that he won like 2 or 3 bracelets, and he was on fire.
No, he was. He played great at that final table. He just couldn't get anything going. I mean, I think the most he ever got up to was 26 big blinds. You know.
Well, I think what happened was he was having such a great year, and then he makes the final table, and then they take 4 months off, and he lost that momentum. I bet you that if the final table occurred when it was supposed to, when it normally would have, he probably would have.
Well, yeah, because poker's all about momentum. See, that's what they don't understand. Poker's about momentum. Okay, and people get hot. When they get hot, they got momentum, and when you're cutting them off of the momentum, you're taking that away from them, and that's what they're doing with these WPTs, and I just think it's bad, And I thought the November 9 was awful, and so I'm kind of glad they got rid of it.
I agree, but I'm monopolizing your time, so I'll let you go, and I just want to say I enjoyed your book as well, buddy. I read that over Christmas.
Great, man. I appreciate it so much, and have a great weekend.
You too.
All
right. Take it easy.
Hey, thank you, Karaoke Crusher, for the birthday wishes. Appreciate it. Let's see. What else is going on? Thank you, Thurgood. Thank you very much for the birthday wishes. Yeah, Chip, you're right. Poker's about winning. It took me 13 years ago I figured it out. It ain't about playing the best players in the world. It's about playing people you're better than. It's about winning. That's it. It's all poker's about. Welcome to the Mouthpiece. Is Mike.
Mo!
What's up, brother? What are you doing? Who's this?
Mikey boy. Big fan.
Who's this?
My name is Corey.
Corey, what's up, buddy? Thanks for calling. Appreciate it.
No problem. I actually, are you live right now?
Yes. We are live right now.
Okay.
My knee and my foot have terrible nerve pain. Lower your volume a little bit, buddy. What's that?
Oh, no problem.
Could be the volume.
Are you on gabapentin?
Yeah, I'm on gabapentin. I'm on pain pills. Nothing. My nerve pain in my leg hurts so bad. Like it's like I'm gonna have my editor fucking before I go out tonight. He's gonna put some pain patches on my knee, pain patches on my foot. I'm fucking in pain. Whatever. It is what it is. It's been really bad lately.
I'm sorry to hear that, man.
So,
Mike, is there any way you could do me a favor and call me back on this line? I don't know why it's vibrating.
Yeah, we're gonna do that right now.
Okay, call me right back. I really want to ask you a few questions.
You got it. All right, bye. Yeah, we'll call back. Fuck, my knee and my foot hurt so bad. Something is pressing on my nerve.
There we go,
That's
Mikey.
much better, buddy. So, yeah, what's going on?
Amazing. Yeah, I don't know. It was vibrating. So I was going to ask you, because I'm a guy that typically deals with pain as well. I see you suffering. I actually watch every single one of your shows. I'm a huge fan.
Thanks, man.
Watch every night. Does the gabapentin help you, or?
Yeah, because without the gabapentin, my legs are on fire. I've tried to lower my dose and it just never works. So, it is what it is. I mean, it makes me stupid and it makes me brain dead, and I hate it. I used to take 900 milligrams 3 times a day. I lowered it to 600 milligrams 3 times a day, but I don't know if this pain continues. I don't know what I'm going to do. This is ridiculous. I mean, this is now going on. Probably this fucking knee pain, 3 weeks probably. It's fucking brutal, man. It's fucking brutal.
You should speak to your doctor or physician about mixing it with Toradol. Apparently, it really helps.
I get a Toradol shot every time I go into the office.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I mean, it used to work really good. It doesn't work as good anymore. I mean, I have a really bad injury. It's my life's fucked up. But like I said, what I've done the last 3 years in poker is 100 times a bigger accomplishment than what I did the previous 22 years. Because, I mean, I'm like 26 cashes out of 54 in the World Series, 6 final tables. I win every day playing cash, all while being fucking brain dead from gabapentin and in terrible pain half the time. So, I really do. I really respect my accomplishments the last 3 years, because not a human, even like you guys, nobody has any idea what I go through. Just imagine when I talk about the pain I'm in, it's 10 times worse than nobody would really even fathom what I go through. And so, it's to me, for me to be able to make the money I've made the last 3 years playing poker, to get myself pretty much almost all the way out of debt and have a pretty good bankroll. I mean, that's to me, it really trumps all the accomplishments I've ever done in poker. So,
can I ask you something?
Yeah.
You were saying like a couple of years ago on your podcast that you were about 800,000 in the hole, right?
Yeah, it's 130 now.
Wow, man, that's amazing.
Yeah, and I've got plenty of money.
And everything you were able to.
What's that?
To hold on battle through COVID and everything, you were able to battle and.
Yeah, COVID was really good to me. I was at what happened, especially the first 3 months, because all the business people were home because nobody knew what the fuck. So all the business people who play on weekends once a week were playing 4 days a week, and people were just losing 100,000 every week, 3-4 different people. So it was really good for me. And a shout out to Phil Hellmuth. I mean, I appreciate him very much. I mean, he did a lot for me, getting me in these good games. As much as we fight a lot. He's probably my second best friend in life, and he's done a lot for me, and I respect it, And the only thing with Phil is you could tell him 100 times how much you appreciate him, and if you miss one day, he gets mad at you.
Are you crazy, Phil?
Yeah. So,
I love Phil, and you know what? I actually respect of him a lot more now. I've seen him become a lot humbler.
He's a lot humbler as a poker player, but not as a person. In other words, as a poker player, oh my God, my fucking knee pain is shooting off so bad. Oh my God, the pain's so bad. But like I go out, like if you deal with him as a person, he's pretty crazy. He still talks about himself in a third person every night, But that's, we're all used to it. It's all good.
You're too good, Phil Hellmuth. You're too good.
But it's going to be interesting. This match with Daniel coming up. I'm telling you right now, Phil will play much, much, much better. Okay, but I mean, listen. If Phil's around 2.5 hours in, I mean, he's the best 30 big blind or less player in the world. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you can say whatever you want about his poker game. You don't like he does this, you don't like he does that. And there's a lot of things he does I don't like, okay? But when it gets 30 big blinds or less in a tournament format, whoever catches the cards are going to win. You see what I'm saying? So the way it's...
100%.
Yeah, so when Daniel's laying $1.50, $1.70, I mean, there's so much value in betting Phil because all Phil has to do is have 20 big blinds with 2.5 hours in and one double up, and he's a chip leader, you know. And so I think $1.75, whatever it is, $1.78 is truly insane. Okay, I think Daniel's about $1.30 favorite only because Daniel's put the work in. He's played zillions of hours head up. Phil, yeah, he beats everybody head up, but that's all he plays a year is when he plays that opponent. You know what I mean? Right. And so that's why Daniel's the favorite, but he ain't no $1.78 favorite. I don't give a fuck. You know, he just isn't.
I personally think that when you're taking two extremely talented players, when you have a big plus, just go with it. After how Phil played in the first match, I really see him coming back to play a lot better, like you said.
Yeah.
And if it's down, which I think it will, because it's not going to be a tournament that is going to where Daniel has 90% of the chips or 95% of the chips again, and I don't think it will be like that.
It won't be like that because Phil watched the last episode. He was like, we talked about it a lot. I mean, he couldn't believe some of the hands that Daniel said he had that he ended up having. I think he gave Daniel too much credit. I don't think Daniel will run him over. I think Phil's going to play more aggressive, not quite as small ball passive. That's just my opinion. I don't know that for a fact. We talked about like some hands and he thought Daniel played great. Like after watching the match, he thought Daniel played great. But the thing is Daniel wasn't wrong. I mean, it came down to like three big river cards, the ace-6, 10-8 hand, the king-9 versus the king-deuce of clubs hand. Those were three. That was two of them that swung the match. There was one other one that swung the match pretty much. But again, if Phil's got 25 big blinds 3 hours in, it's just nothing to get lucky one hand. And now Phil's got the chip lead. So you just can't be laying $1.78. If the line was $1.35, I mean, I'm being honest, my money would be on Daniel. I would probably bet $10,000 at $1.35.
Right. But Daniel's been saying that he keeps pressing on himself, like he keeps betting on himself. So he's obviously eating a lot of juice doing that.
Yeah.
Do you think that he did that in the first match as well? Am I wrong? Or
Yeah. No, he did.
So I think for him that it's a losing proposition, to be honest, from what I know. But I think that Phil and him are going 50-50. Like if it gets down to the end, like 20-30 big blinds, I think Phil obviously has a better chance because he's a better player in that.
Yeah, and Daniel's a great tournament player. Don't get me wrong, and a great short stack tournament player. But I just think that exactly. I'm telling you right now. You heard it from me. We should have had Phil on for this segment. I maybe I'll give his ass a call and see what. But he will not. You heard it from me. He will not be down 2.5 hours in. 90-10. Okay, it will be a 65-35 or a 60-40 match 2.5 hours in. I promise you this. I mean, Phil's already knows the adjustments he needs to make. And if Daniel underestimates him this time, and I'm telling you, Phil will play way better. I mean, he had some calls with some CEOs. He didn't sleep well. He came in, he admits he played bad the first hour and a half. He'll admit it. Now, the old Phil would never admit that, by the way. But he admits it. So
sometimes I can't tell if he actually slept bad or he just wants to hear his own name,
Yeah. Hey, Jack Clubs, thank you for the birthday.
I'm a big fan of Phil. I think that there's two sides of him from what I see. I obviously don't know.
I mean, there's the fucking narcissist side and the narcissist side. I mean, he's just a good guy. I mean, he really is. I mean, yeah, if you don't know him, he could be a jerk off, but he's got a good heart. And yeah, he'll say some of the dumbest stuff and he'll embarrass you a lot of times because he likes to talk about money and his rich friends all the time. But, you know, he's a good guy. He's got a good heart, and that's kind of all that matters. You know what I mean? So
the road to hell is paved with good intentions, my friend.
it sure is. Hey, man, thanks for the call. Have a great weekend, and thanks for listening to Mouthpiece.
You got to give yourself more credit. You're the only player with 4 bracelets in a bunch of events and different events.
No,
so
I'm the only player in the world with 4 bracelets in 4 different fucking events. I know that. You know what I mean?
I'm a big fan, and I watch all your stuff, so I want to see you get those heads-up matchups.
Somehow 2 main event final tables, 6 WPT final tables, and 4 final tables in 4 different events, and one of the cash players and the best cash players that ever lived. And I'm not in the Hall of Fame, and they put every fucking idiot in front of me. So, but we'll see. We'll see.
Take my number if you want to look for a backer for good prices, because I would back some of your events and give you a better percentage than I think you might be.
You
getting.
got it, Danny. Write down his number and.
Corey.
Yeah, you got it, my man. What's your first name again?
Okay, take care.
Say it. What was your first?
Corey.
Corey. Thank you, Corey. I appreciate you calling, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
All right. Later.
Call me anytime, buddy.
You got it. Later. Yeah. So I'm not gonna lie. I'm doing very well, but in tournaments, there's a lot of ups and downs, and even that's one thing to say about Phil. Phil always this will be our last call. Phil always gets people to back him in tournaments because he knows the swings and you don't need it. Welcome to the Mouthpieces, Mike.
The kitty game is down the street.
Yeah, it fucking is. What's going on, my man?
Hey, Mikey.
What up? What up?
I'm a really big fan. I read your book. What's it called again?
Check raising the double. Check raising the double.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know you started off playing a limit hold'em poker.
Yeah.
This is very like very. Well, I just wanted to get some advice on playing low limit poker because that's where I'm starting at.
What 1-2 no limit? Is that what you're playing, or what are you playing?
No, limit poker.
Oh, limit poker.
Playing 8-16.
Okay, 8-16. What games?
Just hold'em.
Hold'em. Well, limit hold'em. You got to play even tighter than no limit hold'em. And I know that because in no limit hold'em, you can 3-bet somebody with any 2 cards, and they're going to fold. They have dog shit. Depending on what their stack size is. Limit hold'em. You want to play tight. You want to read your players. You see the ones that are, like if the guys that are playing lots of pots, you pick up ace jack, you want to 3-bet him. A guy doesn't enter a pot for an hour, he opens, you just want to fold ace jack. You know what I'm saying? So it's very player dependent. It depends. When you have small pairs against people that are aggressive, you're supposed to 3-bet them, and it's just what you're supposed to do. So you want to take control of the hands as much as you can in limit hold'em. It's just like regular poker. You want to have control of every hand. So there'll be a lot more 3-betting in limit poker. Guy opens late position, you 3-bet king queen. Just like you 3-bet. A lot of times you'll 3-bet that in no limit. Guy raises under the gun, you just fold king queen. So it's in no limit hold'em. They raise a 7-8 suited under the gun, and limit they're just not raising bad hands up front. So that's kind of the difference.
How long did it take you? How long were you playing limit poker when you started?
I played limit poker. I started playing in 1990. Played limit poker, limit hold'em only from 1990 to 1997. Yeah, 97 is when the very end of the World Series, April 97. Mark Gregorich, who I consider one of the best 08 players in the world, taught me 08. And 6 months later, I was the best 08 player in the world. So, and I still am.
Wow.
So, I need to put some practice in here before the World Series starts in all my limit games because I've been playing only no limit for a year and a half. I'm going to put some work in on those, and we'll see what happens. But yeah, I was really, really, really good at 08. And but I started playing that in 1997. I actually had 11-1 chip lead for a bracelet against Scotty, head up. I got all the money except for 5,000, and he came back from 11-1 chip deficit to win. Or that would have been another bracelet. That was one I gave away because bracelets didn't mean nothing back then. I just wanted all the money, and they gave me most of it. I gave Scotty an extra 10 and Ted Forrest an extra 5, and I got like 126. So, that's just what I did back then and there. So, it was a tournament I probably should have won, but it is what it is. So in the set for 7 years, I played only Limit Hold'em. Then I learned all the mixed games. In 1999, I played my first No Limit tournament, and I won it. But I wanted to make sure I knew what I was doing before I played it because I was a little bit scared. Once I got all the advice from a lot of the top players and I integrated my style, aggression was ahead of the curve in the late 90s, early 2000s. And there was like 4 or 5 people that were real aggressive, and all of us made it to the final, 2 tables of every No Limit tournament. So that's just the way it was. Yeah.
Wow, awesome.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, Mike.
You're welcome. All right, guys. It's going to be a short episode this week because it is my birthday. So I came on. I wanted to share my birthday with all you guys. I appreciate you all for coming in. We got a tournament this week in my home game. $100 buy-in, $2,000 added to the prize pool. Email mouthpoker@yahoo.com. And I'm going to go out, have fun on my birthday. You guys have a great weekend. I love you all. Take care.
The Mouthpiece.